When God prepares to release financial favor over your life, the first thing he does is shift your mindset, because no blessing can live in a mindset that still thinks in limitations. He begins to stretch your vision, expand your expectations, and stir a new level of belief inside you. Suddenly, you no longer think like the person who has been struggling. You start thinking like the person who is rising. You begin to sense that something bigger is being prepared for you, even if you can't see it yet. God starts breaking the old patterns that kept you stuck: the fear-based thinking, the scarcity mentality, the doubt that told you maybe you're not enough. He removes those thoughts one by one, replacing them with courage, clarity, and conviction. You start waking up with a different energy, feeling a pressure in your spirit that tells you, don't settle, don't shrink, don't give up. That pressure isn't stress, it's God expanding your capacity to receive what he's about to give. You begin to outgrow certain environments and certain conversations. Things that used to entertain you no longer interest you. People who kept you small no longer have power over your confidence. You start feeling uncomfortable where you once felt normal, not because something is wrong, but because God is stretching you into a new level. He is preparing you for opportunities that require discipline, focus, and wisdom. He's teaching you how to think like someone who has abundance, not someone who is fighting to survive. And when your mindset shifts, your decisions shift. You stop making choices based on fear and start making choices based on faith. You stop thinking about what you lack and start preparing for what's coming. This is when God whispers, you're ready for more now. This mental transformation is not random, it is divine preparation. God enlarges your inner world before he enlarges your outer world. He builds the character before he releases the cash flow. He strengthens your confidence before he increases your resources. Because financial favor is not just money, it is wisdom, authority, alignment, and purpose. And right now, God is shaping you into the kind of person who can handle big blessings without losing yourself. He is positioning you to step boldly into a season where favor flows, opportunities multiply, and provision shows up in places you never expected. This is the first sign. Your mind is no longer stuck in who you used to be. It's awakening to who God is calling you to become. When God is getting ready to release financial favor into your life, he begins to remove the wrong people from around you. This is not punishment, and it is not rejection, it is divine protection. God knows who can walk with you into your next season and who must stay behind. Some people were only meant to accompany you through a chapter, not the entire story. And when you're stepping into a season of blessing, expansion, and elevation, God refuses to let the wrong hearts be connected to your harvest. He refuses to let people who drain you, misuse you, manipulate you, or diminish you stand next to the blessing he designed specifically for you. So when people walk away, when certain relationships crumble, when connections suddenly fade, don't panic, pay attention. God is clearing the path. Sometimes the people you thought would celebrate you can't stand to see you rise. Sometimes the ones who said, I'm with you, were only with you as long as you struggled. God sees the hidden motives you can't see. He hears conversations you were not present for. He knows the jealousy behind smiles, the envy behind compliments, the selfishness behind fake support. So he begins to expose, remove, and distance them, not to hurt you, but to protect the greatness inside you. Every time someone leaves, God is saying, they can't go where I'm taking you. You may not understand it in the moment, but later you will see it clearly. Losing them was part of gaining what God had prepared. And it's not just people leaving that signals this divine pruning. Sometimes God shifts your own heart, making you feel disconnected from certain circles that once felt comfortable. Suddenly, you outgrow conversations, environments, and dynamics that once shaped your identity. You start wanting peace more than chaos, growth more than gossip, purpose more than popularity. This inner shift is God elevating your spirit so He can elevate your life. Financial favor requires discernment. It requires wisdom in choosing who has access to you. God cannot pour abundance into hands that are surrounded by takers, users, and opportunists. So He creates space by removing what drains you, and then He fills that space with the right connections, the right mentors, the right partners, the right opportunities. You may feel lonely for a moment, but that loneliness is not emptiness, it's preparation. God isolates before He elevates, He separates before He blesses, He detoxes your circle before He increases your territory. Trust the pruning, trust the distance, trust the doors that close. Every loss is making room for a bigger gain. Every separation is creating space for divine connection. And every person God removes is clearing the path for the abundance, the resources, the open doors, and the breakthrough that has your name on it. God's removing the wrong people because your blessing requires the right environment to grow. When God is preparing to pour financial favor into your life, He begins to shift your mentality, because the mindset that carried you through survival cannot carry you into abundance. Before God increases your bank account, He increases your thinking. Before He elevates your finances, He elevates your perspective. This is the season where God begins to stretch your vision, expand your expectations, and break the limitations you placed on yourself. You start to feel something inside you awakening, a quiet boldness, a rising confidence, a new belief that greater is not only possible but inevitable. This is not arrogance, this is divine alignment. God begins to whisper to your spirit, there is more in you, there is more for you. And suddenly, your old habits, old excuses, old limitations no longer fit who you are becoming. This mental shift often starts subtly. You begin dreaming differently. You start seeing opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You feel yourself thinking bigger, planning differently, evaluating your future with clarity instead of fear. The things that used to scare you no longer intimidate you. The fears that once controlled you begin to break off. Why? Because God is renewing your mind, preparing you to handle blessings that require emotional maturity and spiritual discipline. He's teaching you to think like a steward, not a struggler, like a builder, not a beggar, like a leader, not someone waiting for permission. He is upgrading your mindset so you don't sabotage the financial favor He's about to release. And this shift often comes with discomfort. You may feel restless, like you're outgrowing the version of yourself you've known for years. You might feel frustrated, not because your life is falling apart, but because your spirit is waking up to what it was always capable of. This is God stretching you, pulling you away from small thinking, from fear-based decisions, from the belief that you are undeserving of abundance. God is breaking the mental chains that told you this is all you'll ever have, or people like you don't succeed. Those lies are being dismantled because God's favor requires a stronger, bolder, more faith-filled mindset. During this season, you will notice a shift in what you tolerate. You develop higher standards. You become more focused. You start valuing your time, energy, and peace differently. Distracting habits fall away. Wasting time no longer appeals to you. You begin to feel called toward purpose, drawn towards something bigger than your current circumstances. That pull is God positioning your mind to receive wealth, not fear it. Many people miss their blessing because their mind was not ready to handle the responsibility that comes with increase. But God won't let that be you. He is preparing you, shaping you, aligning you so that when the financial blessing arrives, you rise with it, not crumble under it. This mental transformation is the clearest sign that God is taking you somewhere extraordinary. You are not thinking differently by accident. This is divine preparation. Your spirit recognizes a future your eyes haven't seen yet. So embrace this shift, lean into it. Let God transform the way you think, because the level of blessing He's about to give you requires a mindset of abundance, courage, discipline, and faith. You are being prepared for prosperity from the inside out. When God is getting ready to pour financial favor into your life, He begins to remove the wrong people and wrong influences, because not everyone can handle where He's taking you. This part of the journey is often painful, confusing, and unexpected, because God starts cutting connections you thought were permanent. People you trusted begin to distance themselves. Individuals who once supported you suddenly fall silent. Relationships that felt stable start to shift, and you may wonder, why is this happening now? But what you must realize is this: God is protecting your blessing before it arrives. He's cleaning your environment so that the favor He gives you won't be damaged, drained, misused, or stolen by the wrong hands. His separation is not rejection, it is protection. Sometimes God will expose the true intentions of people around you. He'll allow certain conversations to come to light, certain hidden motives to surface, certain behaviors to reveal themselves. It may shock you to see who was genuinely with you and who was only with you for what they could get from you. But don't be discouraged. This exposure is part of your elevation. God is removing every person who would mishandle your blessing, who would guilt you into staying small, who would drain your financial breakthrough before it even began to grow. When God begins to elevate you, He also begins to isolate you, not to make you lonely, but to surround you with clarity. He is creating space for the right people to enter, people who can celebrate your success, not resent it. And with every removal comes a deeper strengthening of your spirit. God is teaching you that your next chapter doesn't require the approval, validation, or support of people who were never assigned to your destiny. He wants you to understand that where you're going, you must be selective, not desperate, discerning, not afraid, aware, not naive. Sometimes God will let someone walk away because they were blocking the very blessing you've been praying for. Sometimes He removes people because they would contaminate your financial favor with negativity, jealousy, and manipulation. And because He loves you too much to let your blessing be sabotaged, He cuts the tie before the blessing arrives. In this season, you must trust God's pruning. You must believe that anyone who left was meant to leave, and anyone who stayed is meant to stay. Don't chase after people God removed. Don't revisit doors He closed. Don't cling to relationships that feel forced. If the energy feels off, it's because the assignment has ended. If the connection feels heavy, it's because God is removing the weight from your spirit. He is preparing you to carry something bigger, something valuable, something divine. And He will not allow anything or anyone to interfere with what He is about to release into your life. What's coming is too big to be surrounded by small-minded people. Your financial breakthrough requires an environment of growth, not chaos, support, not sabotage, faith, not fear. God is preparing your circle because your blessing will be too great to share with the wrong crowd. Trust this season of separation. Trust that God sees what you cannot see. Trust that every removal is making room for increase, abundance, and new connections that align with your purpose. The people who are meant to walk with you into your next chapter will appear at the right time, and they will bring peace, not confusion, alignment, not chaos. God is clearing your path because your financial favor is closer than you think. When God prepares to pour financial favor over your life, He will stretch your faith in ways you never expected, because the blessing you're about to receive requires a stronger, bolder, and more mature version of you. This is the part of the journey where God doesn't just upgrade your circumstances, He upgrades you. He strengthens your mindset, deepens your character, and enlarges your capacity so that when the blessing arrives, you can sustain it, manage it, and multiply it. And at first, this stretching may feel uncomfortable. You may feel pressure you've never felt, challenges you didn't anticipate, and responsibilities you weren't ready for. But what feels like pressure is actually preparation. God will place you in situations that teach you discipline, moments where you must choose consistency over comfort, faith over fear, and obedience over convenience. He will test your patience, not to frustrate you, but to shape you. He will allow delays to show you that your trust must be rooted in Him, not in timing. Because the blessing He's bringing is not temporary, it's generational, and He wants to ensure you're ready to carry it with wisdom. Think about it. Every great breakthrough requires a version of you that can handle the weight of success. You cannot step into a wealthy place with a fearful mindset. You cannot step into overflow with a scarcity mentality. So God pushes you, stretches you, and grows you until your heart, your discipline, and your capacity match the size of the blessing He has prepared. The stretching also teaches you perseverance. God allows certain obstacles so you can learn endurance, resilience, and spiritual strength. You learn how to trust Him even when nothing makes sense. You learn how to believe even when you can't see the outcome. You learn how to walk by faith instead of waiting for everything to be perfect. And every challenge grows a deeper confidence within you, not arrogance, but faith-built confidence. The kind that says, if God brought me this far, He won't leave me now. That confidence prepares you for bigger opportunities, bigger responsibilities, and bigger blessings that could have overwhelmed you before. During this stretch, God also develops your character. He purifies your intentions, aligns your motives, and strengthens your integrity. Because financial favor without character leads to chaos. Wealth without wisdom is dangerous. Increase without maturity becomes a trap. That's why God works on you before He works on your bank account. He wants you to handle success with humility, generosity, and responsibility. He wants you to remain grounded, grateful, and faithful no matter how high He elevates you. And finally, this stretching season reveals the power that has always been inside you, strength you didn't know you had, wisdom you didn't realize you carried, and courage that had been buried beneath years of doubt. You emerge as a transformed person, ready for the abundance God has planned. What felt like breaking was actually building. What felt like pressure was actually preparation. And what felt like delay was actually divine development. God is stretching you because He is preparing you for blessings that require strength, discipline, wisdom, and spiritual maturity. Your growth is the proof that your financial breakthrough is not just coming, it is near. When God prepares to pour financial favor over your life, He will remove people, habits, and environments that cannot go with you into the next level. And at first this pruning may feel painful, confusing, or even lonely, but it is the clearest sign that elevation is near. God will start closing doors you wanted to keep open, not to punish you but to protect you. He will distance you from people who drain your energy, distract your purpose, or disrupt your peace, because where He is taking you requires clarity, purity, and emotional stability. Some connections were only meant for a season, and God will not allow seasonal people to have access to a lifelong blessing. So when people walk away, when relationships fade, or when circles become smaller, don't fight it. God is doing divine cleaning, so your blessing has space to land. You may notice opportunities disappearing, invitations decreasing, or environments shifting, and you might wonder if you did something wrong. But this is not rejection, it's redirection. God is removing what would sabotage your blessing, even if you can't see it yet. He sees conversations you weren't aware of, intentions people hid behind smiles, and traps the enemy set behind familiar faces. And because the blessing He's preparing for you is valuable, He removes anything that threatens it. Think of it like a gardener pruning a plant. He cuts away what looks alive but is actually hindering growth, so that new fruit can flourish. In the same way, God is cutting away what no longer supports your destiny, so your future can bloom without hindrance. This removal is also God protecting your heart. When you receive financial favor, not everyone will celebrate you. Some will envy you, misuse you, or try to manipulate your generosity. That's why God isolates you before He elevates you, not to make you lonely, but to make you wise. He teaches you discernment so you can identify who is truly for you, who loves you sincerely, and who deserves access to the new level He's preparing. Sometimes the people who walked with you at the beginning cannot handle the version of you God is raising up. Your growth intimidates them, your blessing exposes them, and your purpose separates you from them. So God removes them before they can sabotage what He's building in you. As God removes the wrong things, He also creates space for the right ones. New people, new opportunities, new environments, and new mindsets begin to align with your path. This is when you start to feel lighter, clearer, and more focused. You begin to recognize your own worth and refuse to settle for less. You stop chasing acceptance and start protecting your peace. You stop trying to force what God is trying to end. And in that moment, you realize the removal was never a loss. It was preparation for the abundance that is coming. So if you're in a season where things are falling away, understand this. God is removing what cannot go where you're going. He is clearing the path, cleansing your surroundings, and preparing an environment worthy of the blessing He's about to release. What feels like separation is actually elevation. What feels like loss is divine protection. And what feels empty now will soon be filled with something far greater than what you had before. God never subtracts without planning to multiply. Your blessing is coming, and everything being removed is simply making room for the overflow He has planned for you.